All right, it's my good friends Angela and Gerald.
Hey, Mr. Steven! It's been so long since I've seen you.
It's been a long, long time. How you doing?
Hey, who is it? Who's there?
It's me.
Hey, it's Stephen.
Hey, what do you know, Gerald?
What do I know?
Yeah.
Who the hoe? What? What? Hey, what? Mr. Gerald, are you still having problems hearing? Yeah, Angelina, I just don't hear as well. Yeah, Mr. Steven, he's having problems. But you know what?
What?
We're back on homeschool again.
You're back on homeschool again.
Yeah, Mr. Steven, Mr. Steven, the Rona's back a little bit, so they're making us go back to homeschool.
Do you know why they do that, though?
No, I don't.
It's because they care a lot about you, and they want you to be healthy and safe, and so they're making that best decision for you and for your families so that we can try and keep this thing from spreading as bad as it has been.
What did you say about my hair? My hair's messed up, Mr. Steven? No, Gerald, that's not what he said about your hair. Mr. Steven, it's getting out of control.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's that, Gerald's hair or the Rona?
Well, Gerald's hair a little bit, but the hearing loss Mr. Gerald's got's getting out of control.
Uh-oh.
I told him he's in trouble with the Lord.
You told him he's in trouble with the Lord.
What'd you say about the word, the Lord? What? I can't hear, Mr. Steven.
She said you're in trouble with the Lord.
In trouble with the Lord? Oh, no, I've tried to live my best life, Mr. Steven.
What?
I've prayed twice and I've fasted. Look at me. I'm fasting and I'm fasting away, yes.
Why are you in trouble with the Lord, Gerald?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Steven. Angelique said I was in trouble. Yeah, Mr. Gerald, you're in trouble.
Why
Did you know in the Bible it says to let him who has ears hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says that. And Gerald has ears. Yes, I do have wears. I wear my clothes. No, not wear. I said ears. Yeah, I have ears, but I can't hear. Well, the Bible says you're in trouble.
What?
Tell him, Mr. Steven, tell him.
Well, what do you mean?
Well,
I know
it
the part
says-
that says, he who has ears to hear, let him hear.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
Gerald has ears,
So
and he can't hear.
So you think because he doesn't hear that he's in trouble?
That's right.
Oh, okay. Now, you read the right verse, Angelique, but I think you might have misunderstood it just a little bit.
Well, it says very plainly, let him who has ears hear.
But Mr. Gerald can't hear.
Why?
That's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I don't have the hearing anymore. I'm just a little old.
Angelique, you remember that old song way back when? It ain't my fault.
Just a swinging.
Oh, no, wrong song.
Swinging. That's right.
So what that verse means, Jesus was saying, whoever has ears, let him hear. It's called a figure of speech.
A figure of speech, what's that mean?
So it's like this. Let's say when my kids would get in trouble, you know what I'd say to them sometimes?
What'd you tell them? Jump back and jump up. Let me get that butt. I'm going to spank it.
No, I told them, I say, now, if you don't behave, I'm going to slap the snot out of you.
No, I've got the snot slapped out of me before, but not during the Rona.
No.
They'll take you to town for that.
Well, but here's the thing. First of all, I've never slapped my kids, and I've never punished them so hard that snot flies out. But what it's a figure of speech. It means if you don't get right, I'm going to punish you.
So Jesus wasn't saying that just because you have ears, you have to hear?
Right. He wasn't meaning that literally. What he was saying is, if you have ears to hear, then listen. That's what he's saying. You better pay attention. You better listen to what I'm telling you. So because Mr. Gerald can't hear well, it doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. Jesus was using a figure of speech.
Yeah, but I need to get some new batteries for my hearing aids.
You know what? You can try too, Mr. Gerald.
What's that?
Next time you go to the barber shop, ask the barber if you got any ear in your hair, and he'll take that little and he'll clean out the hair in your ears. That might help too.
You have hair in your ears?
It happens to men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. The first time the barber stuck that thing in my ear, I was like, whoo! I felt so violated.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of hair, so maybe he could just trim my beard up a little bit, and that'll help my hearing.
But you get you some new batteries, and when you get your hair cut, ask the barber to check your ears, and we'll see if that'll help.
Okay.
And then, Angela, maybe he'll hear a little bit better.
Well, that would definitely help get him a little closer to God if he could hear a little better, Mr. Steven.
Sure.
Okay, well, we're going to go look around, see if we can find the Grouch. Earlier today,
Yeah?
he was in a bad mood.
Why was the Grouch in a bad mood?
Well, I don't know, Stephen, but he was back here and he was a grumbling and a rumbling and a tumbling around. And I just knew that he had some complaining to do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's go see if we can find him, okay, Mr. Gerald? Okay. Bye, Stephen.
Okay, good
Bye,
to see
Stephen.
you. Bye, guys. Well, maybe the Grouch will show up and we'll see what he's been complaining about. Do you ever complain? You know, sometimes I complain too, but I'm not supposed to.
Get out of here!
Uh-oh.
I don't
hear
want to talk to you guys. Well, why not, Mr. Grouch? Because I'm in a bad mood.
Hey, Grouch.
What do you want?
It's the preaching
What?
man.
What do you want?
Hey.
Who? What?
What you know, buddy?
Mr. Stephen,
Yes, sir.
I ain't hearing it today.
What are you not hearing today?
I don't want to talk about it.
About what?
About it.
It?
It.
Okay.
You ever talked about it?
Well, on occasion.
Well, I don't know if you've heard or not,
Okay.
but they making us go back home instead of getting to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I heard that. And you know, I don't like it either.
No, I don't like it. And I don't like the fact that I got to read all my own books now, and I got to do my own homeworks, and I got to do all of this stuff that I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Now Mama making me clean my room twice a day.
Uh-oh.
She making me cook. She making me clean.
Yeah.
She making me wash the car. And we don't even have a car. We're grouches.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got to go to Gigi's house.
Uh-huh.
I got to run her a bath.
Ooh,
Yeah, Gigi, she can't run her own bath.
I didn't know that.
She got one of those safety tubs.
Safety tubs.
You know, safety first, in my safety first tub, safety first. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a complainer.
Well, you know, it's okay not to be happy about something.
Yeah.
It's okay to be sad. It's okay to even be a little mad and upset.
Well, I'm mad and I'm upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
But, you know, think about this. You know, even though we have to go do our schooling at home, do you have a nice home?
Well, most days.
Most days. Okay. Do you have plenty of food at home?
Most days.
Most days. Do you have television or internet at home?
Oh, you know I got the television. I play that Madden 2020 every night.
Madden 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, even though we have to go home, let's look at the homes we have. We have homes that we got roofs over our heads, we have food in the refrigerator, we have clothes in the closet, we've got internet and television. So really having to go home is not all that bad. It's just that we didn't choose it, it was chosen for us.
So you saying I should do it without grumbling or complaining?
That's right. You know, the Apostle Paul had something to say about that in Philippians chapter 2.
What?
He said, do all things without grumbling or complaining.
Everything?
Everything.
Even when your mama tell you to go upstairs and clean your room and take out all the magazines and then pick up the trash and bring it downstairs, and then she tells you can't be having no pizza, no friends over, no pizza rolls for dinner.
That's right.
You got to do that without grumbling and complaining?
You got to do that without grumbling and complaining.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
What about,
Okay, go ahead.
what about
Okay.
when you're at school
At school?
and they tell you to get up and go help somebody that you don't want to help because you don't like them because they don't like you and they don't want to sit by them at lunch, and they tell you, hey, Mr. Grouch, can you go sit by such and such at lunch because he don't have any friends? You have to do that?
You have to do it without grumbling and complaining. Unfortunately. Here's the thing. Even I grumble and complain a lot sometimes.
I've heard.
Yes.
I've heard you
have heard.
grumble and complain.
I know.
And you know it at home too. You've heard him.
You've heard me grumble and complain. They've heard me. Grouch has heard me. So it's easy for all of us to be negative and grumble and complain. But you know what helps me to not grumble and complain is when I'm in those situations where I want to grumble and complain.
Miss Stephanie slaps you, don't she?
On occasion.
Okay, I do
On
that.
occasion.
Bop.
But what helps me is that, you know the song we sing? Count your many blessings, name them one by one. You know that
Count
song?
your many blessings, see what God has done.
Oh,
Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
that's a good song. Well, when I'm not happy and I want to grumble and complain, if I stop and I'll go, well, let me count my blessings, it helps me to feel better. And it helps me to not grumble and complain. So in this case, I have the blessing of a home. I have the blessing of food. I have the blessing of clothes, of a comfortable bed. You got a comfortable bed, Grouch?
Oh, whatever I can find to lay my head on. Sometimes it's an old piece of lettuce someone thrown away. Sometimes it's an old bag of beans, but it's usually comfy.
Yep. So if we count our blessings, we go, you know what? I may not like this, but I've still got it pretty good.
Okay, well, I'll stop the grumbling and I'll stop the complaining because it don't do no's good anyway.
It doesn't change anything, does it?
It don't.
I know it's easy to do. Like I said, I do it sometimes too. But you know, if I have to go home, I've got, you know, the house. I've got I don't have the video games like you do though. But I do have the internet and I have the television. I've got Miss Stephanie, and she's a good cook.
Really?
She's a very good cook.
Maybe you could throw some stuff away in my trash can one night.
You know
and
what?
I could eat it.
You've got a deal.
All right. Cobra Kai, let's go.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you, kids.